One secret that no other YouTuber will ever tell you. Instead of making dull CVs like this, how about you make something comic book / cartoonist style CV? You must be thinking, what is this dude saying? I will show you some key highlights to make a unique and creative CV that no one else will ever have. So, how do you do that? Now comes the fun part. To land your dream job or client, you need 3 things. 1. A good CV. 2. A good portfolio. And 3. Stellar communication skills. In this video, let's focus on the CV part. The rest too will be discussed in the upcoming videos. So, a CV is the first thing that a potential prospect or a client will notice when you apply for a new project or a job. Now, there are 2 types of CVs. 1. A dull or boring one that your recruiter won't even spend a second on. And 2. A very interesting and unique CV that they will love so much that they will call you instantly. I have made a video where I talked about 7 free websites where you can make your CV or resume for free of cost with their pre-made templates. Find the link in the I button here or in the description box below. Now moving on, it's up to you which kind of CV you want to make. For instance, if you want a dull or boring CV, you can head over to Microsoft Word or Google Docs where you will find various free pre-made templates by which you can make your CV. It's pretty simple. You just have to enter your name, details, date of birth, your schooling, your education, your work history, your profile and all that stuff. If you're someone who's going to work in a corporate job, then you're better off by making those CV because it's more formal and professional. But if you're someone who's going to work in a creative field like being a content writer or a copywriter, a graphic designer or a social media manager, then you should make something unique that's going to stand out in the crowd. You need to make sure that whoever sees your CV gets a taste of your creative skills and experience and also a glimpse into your creative headspace. And those kinds of CV are different than your traditional Microsoft Word or Google Docs CV. So then the question comes, where can we make those CVs? Well, for that, you need to use certain platforms where you can showcase your skills and creativity. Me personally, I would recommend using Canva, which is a free to use graphic designing platform that lets you customize anything and everything from scratch and also from their millions of pre-made templates. This video is not sponsored in any way. I'm just about to share my own experiences. One secret that no other YouTuber will ever tell you is that make a CV in a comic book style to make it more engaging and visually appealing, which you can make in Canva for free. You must be thinking, what is this dude saying? But hold on, watch the full video and you will understand why. The reason I'm sharing this with you all is because when I started my career, I made a comic book / cartoonist style CV for which I have received so much appreciations and offers that one recruiter of a big MNC firm, which I'll not name, said that, Anirban, I have been in this recruiting industry for 11 years and I have never seen such a creative CV in my entire life. God bless you, beta. And I still remember those lines. And since then, I have received numerous other offers as well for my creative CV. Now, obviously, I can't show you the entire CV because someone will just copy and paste it. But I will show you some key highlights to make a unique and creative CV that no one else will ever have. So stay tuned and subscribe for more such valuable content. If you want to be different than others, then I urge you all to think creatively, to think outside the box and ditch the traditional norms of making a CV or a resume. For instance, instead of making dull CVs like this, how about you make something engaging that grabs the attention of the recruiter? So to do that, you need to think about certain things like what is your USP, your unique selling proposition? How are you different than others? What value are you bringing to the table that others will not? So basically, you need to showcase your creative side. You also need to make sure that the recruiter feels that if he or she does not hire you, they are missing out on a lot. You have to appear irreplaceable in their mind. So how do you do that? Now comes the fun part, writing the CV. So start off with a hook, but wait, before I give you the examples, don't copy paste them. Try to come up with some hook lines on your own. These are just for reference. So for instance, if you are a content writer or a copywriter, you can write, hire me if you want your content to be better than ChatGPT, or I write better than ChatGPT, or what I write no AI tool can replicate, or my words generate sales. I mean, there could be such infinite examples. These are just straight out of my head examples. Try to write something on your own. If you are a social media manager, you can start off by writing something like, I will increase your social media presence by 30% or X%, and you can also add some proof or data of your previous previous client or work experience where you helped them in brand growth and boosted their social media growth or sales. Basically, no matter what domain you are in, you just have to prove to them that you've helped your former clients reach some goals and you can help replicate the same for the new clients as well. Include social proofs and case studies to make it more believable. Don't just write boring lines like I'm passionate, I'm hardworking, I'm dedicated, I'm blah blah blah. All those adjectives don't work anymore. There is a saying that don't tell, show, which means that it's very easy to throw up big words like you have done this, you have done that, but it's very hard to prove your point. So basically you have to walk the talk. Here is a tip for writing the content of your CV. Write in a conversational tone. What I mean by this is that when you write your CV, write it in a way that you're having a conversation with whoever is looking at your CV. For instance, instead of writing content writing, blogging, copywriting in your skill section, how about you write, hey, do you want to know my core skills? Well, I'm well versed in writing blogs, articles, social media posts, website copy, and much more. You see the difference, right? The other person has to feel that he or she is having a conversation with you whenever they are looking at your CV. This makes it different than other CVs and it makes it engaging too. This was just a random example. You can write something on your own. As I keep saying that think outside the box, do something different, don't follow the traditional norm, it's because you are in a creative field. Always remember that in this field you get paid for your creativity, not for following the same step. Moving on, you have to provide a link to your portfolio or your best previous works in your CV so that the client can have a look. Also, include all your social media links, like for instance Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, where you write or post regularly if you are a content writer, copywriter, graphic designer, etc. Or you can include links to your YouTube videos if you are a video editor. Let's say you are a blogger, then you can attach your WordPress blog account or your Medium account or wherever you have your best works. Don't make the CV too long by saying good things about yourself and praising yourself. As mentioned above, don't use adjectives like I'm hard worker, passionate, dedicated, all this stuff. These all mean nothing. Also, please note you must include your contact details in your CV, like your phone number, your email ID, or any website if you have any. I have seen many cases where people don't include any contact details whatsoever in their CV. So think about this way, if a recruiter likes your CV, how will they contact you? So please don't make that mistake. Highlight your core area of competency and your relevant experience. What I mean by this is that you have to promote yourself by showcasing your best works. Like for instance, if you're a vlogger, then you need to show them that how you helped a former client of yours reviving their dead blog account and how you managed to get the multiple leads from that blog account. This is just an example. You can include whatever is relevant in your domain. Like for instance, if you're a social media manager, you can include how you've helped a former client of yours reach 5,000 followers in 2 months and boosted their engagement rate by 5x. This is just for reference. Please apply whatever is relevant to you. The same applies to writers or video editors or whoever is watching this video. Whatever your core area of competency is, promote it and double down on it. Make it visually engaging. What I mean by this is don't use boring corporate style formats. Add some colors or engaging elements. The sky is the limit in such cases. Don't be limited to any one format. Try out multiple versions. Use Canva. It has numerous such options. Okay, so specifically for my viewers, if you comment down with a link to your CV, I will look at it, give a rating based on creativity and also give you tips on how you can improve them. So for that, please like the video and subscribe to this channel. Tell a story. What I mean by this is that you have to present your experiences, your skills, and how you can help your clients if they hire you in a storytelling format. Stories are engaging and they hold the attention span of the reader. Okay, so all the tips and tricks that I mentioned earlier in the video, use them all. Follow them step by step and write a story from top to bottom of your CV. Take the client who's going to read your CV on a small journey to your professional life with a small touch of your personal life as well, like your dreams and ambitions and how you are different than others in what you do. When you present your CV like a story, chances are the reader is going to empathize with your story and you are definitely going to get that call for interview and eventually get hired. And lastly, add a CTA. CTA means call to action, meaning when they come to the end of your CV, give them a prompt on what action should they take next. For instance, you can add a link to your portfolio or give them a prompt to call you or set up a Zoom meeting for further discussion, and also don't forget to thank them for their time. So this brings us to the end of the video. Do follow all the tips and try it out for a month and then let me know whether it worked or not. I am sure your chances of getting hired will be significantly higher than other candidates who present a dull or boring CV. So stay creative. Thank you for watching. I am Anirban and I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.